We live in this non-stop world, right? And we're constantly told that being busy means you're being productive. But what if that's not the whole story? What if our greatest strength doesn't come from moving, but from being perfectly still? That's what we're diving into today, the strength in stillness.
So, let's just kick things off with a question for you. In this world that is just go, 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 do you ever feel like we mix up being busy with being strong? I mean, we hear it all the time, right? Hustle, grind, never stop moving. But what if real, true strength isn't found in all that motion?
Okay, so first up, let's talk about a problem I think we all know a little too well. We'll call it the constant rush. I mean, our world, it just never seems to stop, does it? It's this whole culture of constant motion, constant noise, and constant demands on our time.
And this is the modern dilemma, isn't it? Think about it. You wake up, probably not to the sunrise, but to a screen just filled with notifications. Your days are just spent chasing one deadline after another. And what about those rare, quiet moments? Yep, we immediately fill them with our phones. And it's all driven by this underlying belief that if you rest, you're weak, that if you stop moving, you're going to fall behind.
So the big question is, how do we actually push back against this constant pressure? Well, the answer lies in something pretty simple, but powerful. We need to redefine stillness. The source material for today actually calls it the forgotten virtue, which I think is just perfect.
Yeah, this is the core idea we really have to challenge. This belief that taking a moment to pause, to just reflect, is somehow a sign of weakness. It's time to completely reframe that.
So, what is stillness, really? Because it's not about doing nothing. Not at all. It's actually a really powerful inward kind of action. It's an intentional return to the present moment. Just becoming aware of your breath, your thoughts, and of life itself just unfolding, right here and right now.
Okay, so what's the first big payoff when you start practicing this? Well, it's what we're calling the clarity of calm. And it's all about gaining the ability to see things just as they are, without all the noise.
Here's a great way to think about it. Picture your mind as a lake. Now, when it's all choppy and disturbed by constant motion and worry, what does a reflection look like? It's distorted, right? Your perceptions get blurred, and you end up making decisions from a place of confusion. But when the mind is still, that surface becomes like glass. And in that perfect, clear reflection, that's when wisdom can finally whisper and the truth can find its voice.
And this is such a crucial point. It's only when we intentionally quiet that inner noise that we can finally hear what actually matters. It's in that quiet space that our best ideas and our clearest insights have a chance to come through.
And you know what? This newfound clarity, it unlocks something else, another really profound benefit, and that is strength in restraint. This is a much deeper, more sustainable kind of power.
Honestly, this might be one of the most powerful ideas we're going to talk about. True strength, it isn't about having the loudest reaction or the fastest response. It's the ability to just pause, to stay centered when everything and everyone around you is in total chaos and demanding that you react right now. So how do we actually build this kind of strength? Well, it's through what's called the power of the pause. It's basically 3 steps. First, you just observe your emotions without letting them run the show. Second, you learn to wait without all that anxiety creeping in. And finally, you act from a place of real understanding, not just knee-jerk impulse. And when you practice this, you start to cultivate something the source material calls patient energy. I absolutely love that term, don't you? It's the complete opposite of that frantic reactive energy we're all so used to. It's about acting from a place of balance and clarity, instead of chaos and fear.
So you put all this together, the clarity, the strength, and it helps us reconnect with something really fundamental. It helps us find our center, to get back in touch with the natural rhythm of life.
And this next quote just captures it so beautifully. Nothing in nature hurries, yet everything is accomplished. Just think about that for a second. A tree doesn't stress about growing, a river doesn't rush to carve a canyon. Nature just operates on a different clock, one of steady, persistent, calm progress. And the amazing thing is, so can we.
And when we finally do slow down and get in sync with that natural rhythm, the effects are real. I mean, they're tangible. Your heartbeat literally steadies. Your mind begins to clear. And you have this huge realization that the peace you've been so desperately searching for out there, in the next achievement, the next distraction, it's actually been inside you the whole time.
So here's the bottom line. Stillness isn't some escape from life. It's actually a doorway deeper into life. Because in those quiet moments, you finally get to meet yourself, the real you, without all the noise.
You get to confront your fears, connect with your hopes, and finally hear your own truths.
And that really brings us to the biggest takeaway of all. A calm mind isn't an empty mind. Far from it. It's a mind that is absolutely full. Full of focus so you can see what's really important. Full of power so you can act with intention. And full of a deep, unshakable peace.
So, I'll just leave you with this final question to think about. In a world that is always shouting for your attention, what truth is just waiting for you in the quiet?